At 43, Mara realized the saddest thing about her dream was not that it failed. It was that she had never truly started. One rainy evening, she opened an old wooden box. Inside was a dusty notebook and a folded paper. On it, in her younger handwriting, "One day, I will open my own dress shop." Mara stared, tears filling her eyes. Not because the dream was impossible, but because it felt too old. She whispered, "I wasted my life." At 23, Mara dreamed of becoming a dressmaker. She had talent, turning simple cloth into beauty. But excuses piled up. "Not now, when I have more money, when life is easier." Life only grew older. Years passed. Her friends pursued their paths, while Mara remained. Every day, she worked in a laundry shop, folding clothes. Every evening, she watched others live, imagining a braver Mara who hadn't let fear steal 20 years. One afternoon, Lena, a young woman Mara once mentored, entered the laundry shop. Confident and elegant, she carried a bag from Lena's design house. She handed Mara an invitation. "I am opening my second shop tomorrow." Mara smiled, but inside, something broke. Lena had built the life Mara only talked about. At Lena's shop opening, Mara saw beautiful dresses and heard praises. A woman remarked, "Lena started so young. That's why she's successful." The words cut deep. Mara felt invisible, wanting to disappear. Walking home in the rain, her reflection showed tired eyes, gray strands. She pressed the notebook against her chest and cried. "I am too late," she whispered. The next morning, she walked to an old hill outside town. At the top stood a small abandoned house, her old dream shop. As she stood there, Mother Eleni, a wise, nearly 70-year-old bread baker, approached with a basket. "You came back to your dream," Mother Eleni said. Mara replied, "No, I came to say goodbye to it, because I am 43. Other people already became what I wanted to become. I wasted too many years." Mother Eleni placed her basket down. "Mara, listen to me. You are not too late. You are only late if you keep waiting." Mara looked away. "That sounds beautiful, but beauty does not give back lost years." Mother Eleni nodded. "No, nothing gives back lost years, but the years behind you are gone. The years ahead are still listening." Mother Eleni pointed at the abandoned house. "Do you know why this house looks dead?" "Because nobody used it," Mara answered. "No," said Mother Eleni, "because nobody cared for it. But if someone starts repairing it, even one wall at a time, it will not remain dead forever." Mara's eyes filled again. "I don't even know how to begin." Mother Eleni smiled softly. "Begin small enough that your regret cannot stop you." That sentence followed Mara all day. At work, she heard it. That night, Mara pulled out her old sewing machine. It was covered with dust. For years, she had told herself she would use it again when life became perfect. But life had only passed. She cleaned the machine slowly. Her hands were shaking. Then she opened the dusty notebook and chose one simple design. A child's dress. The first stitch was ugly. The second was better. The third made her cry. For the first time, Mara was not only regretting her past, she was moving. The next morning, she woke up 1 hour earlier. Before going to the laundry shop, she worked on the dress. Her mind whispered, "What is the point? You are old. You are late." But Mara whispered back, "Do not let regret become another excuse to waste more time." Day after day, she worked quietly. She did not announce anything. She simply woke up early, sewed for 1 hour, went to work, came home, and sewed again. After 2 weeks, the child's dress was finished. It was not perfect, but it was real. Mara took it to the market. She placed it on a small wooden table near Mother Eleni's bread stand. For 2 hours, nobody bought it. Then a woman stopped, touched the dress, and frowned. "The stitches are not very clean," the woman said. Mara's face became hot. A young man nearby laughed softly and said, "Maybe she started too late." Mara wanted to fold the dress, hide it in her bag, and never try again. The old shame returned. The same voice whispered, "See, it is too late." But Mother Eleni, who had heard everything, came close and said quietly, "A late beginning is still better than a beautiful excuse." Mara held the dress tightly. She did not leave. She stayed. The next day, she fixed the stitches. The day after that, she tried again. This time, a young mother stopped. She touched the fabric and smiled. "Did you make this?" Mara swallowed. "Yes." "It is beautiful," the woman said. "How much?" When Mara received the money, her hands trembled. It was not a large amount, but it was proof. Proof that her hands still worked. Proof that her dream had not died completely. Proof that starting late was painful, but still possible. That evening, Mara walked home under a golden sunset. The town looked the same, but she did not. The same road that once made her feel behind now felt like a road forward. Weeks passed. Mara made more dresses. Some sold, some did not. Some people encouraged her. Some people laughed. But this time, Mara did not stop, because she had finally understood something. People can laugh at your late beginning, but they cannot live your remaining years for you. One morning, she returned to the old abandoned house on the hill. This time, she did not go there to cry. She brought a broom. She swept the floor. She cleaned one window. She repaired one shelf. The house was still broken, but light entered again. Mother Eleni came by and smiled. "You see," she said, "a wasted past can become a painful teacher, not a life sentence." Months later, a small wooden sign appeared above the old door. Mara's sewing room. It was not a big shop. It was not perfect. The walls were simple. The roof still needed repair. The table was old. The chair made noise when she sat down. But every morning, sunlight entered through the clean window and touched the fabric on Mara's table. And every morning, Mara felt something she had not felt for many years: respect for herself. One day, Lena visited the shop. She looked around with tears in her eyes. "Mara," she said, "I always knew you could do this." Mara smiled softly. "I wish I had started earlier." Lena held her hand and said, "But you started." Mara looked at the dresses hanging on the wall. She thought about the years she had lost to fear, delay, comfort, and waiting for the perfect time. The pain was still there, but now the pain had a purpose. She was no longer using regret to punish herself. She was using regret to guide herself. That evening, Mara stood outside her small shop as the sun disappeared behind the hills. The old road was quiet. A soft wind moved through the trees. Somewhere far away, children were laughing. Mother Eleni walked past and asked, "What are you thinking?" Mara looked at the sky. "I am thinking that I cannot return to the woman I was at 23. Mother Eleni nodded. Mara continued, "But I can still protect the woman I am becoming at 43. The old woman smiled proudly. And from that day forward, Mara stopped saying, "I wasted my life." Instead, she said, "I wasted some years, but I will not give them the rest of my life." Many people suffer because they think starting late means they should not start at all. They look at their age, their mistakes, their missed chances, and their unfinished dreams, and they say, "It is too late for me." But sometimes, too late is not the truth. Sometimes it is just fear wearing the clothes of wisdom. Yes, lost years are painful. Yes, delay has a price. Yes, regret can sit heavily on the heart. But a wasted past does not have to become a wasted life. You cannot recover the years behind you, but you can still protect the years ahead. The real tragedy is not starting late. The real tragedy is knowing you need to change and still staying the same. So if you feel like Mara, if you feel behind, ashamed, tired, or afraid that your best years are gone, remember this: you are not too late. You are only late if you keep waiting. Start with one small step. Clean the old machine. Open the dusty notebook. Repair one broken wall. Do one honest thing today that your future self will thank you for, because the years behind you are gone, but the years ahead are still listening. And maybe your new life will not begin with a loud miracle. Maybe it will begin quietly with trembling hands, a painful memory, and one brave decision. I will not waste another day. Comment below. What is one thing you will stop delaying from today? Don't forget to subscribe to Meratic Tales for more simple English stories with deep life lessons. Until next time. Stay calm, stay grateful, and keep moving forward in life.